Sorry about that. My son came in the room and I didn't want him to hear any of this. But yeah, I don't know. I'm in therapy and he gives me a lot of really good advice. And I don't react to him the way I used to react to him. I basically don't give him any reaction, which I think kind of fuels his insecurities. And I wouldn't say this to my therapist. I wouldn't say this to my closest friends. And I damn sure wouldn't say it to him out of fear of hurting his feelings. I know how bizarre that sounds, but I don't know. If you want me to be totally honest with myself and with you, I don't want this relationship anymore. I just want to be me. I've been with him since I'm 15 years old. I am now 35 years old. And I have never been alone. I have never made a decision just for myself. I've never even so much as picked out a blanket without thinking about him. Because we share a home. I yearn and just at the deepest core of me want to know what it's like to be alone and to make decisions for myself and to be genuinely happy. It'd be one thing if when he came home from work, you know, and I was excited to share my day with him, if he even cared. He doesn't want to hear any of those details from the day. He just wants to come home, shower, sit on the couch and watch TV. What I say is I'm just another house ornament. That's all I am. And the fact is, I know he's gotten comfortable with me just being here. Because before we had our son 7 years ago, I used to come and go as I pleased. And he treated me better then. He had more trust for me then, when I was basically single. And then once we had the baby, I think he knew I wasn't going anywhere. And that really makes me mad, because it's almost like he uses the love I have for my son against me, knowing that no matter what happens, I'm going to be here for my son. And that's just so not fair for me. I'm tired of being gaslit. I'm tired of being told, well, you should do this differently or you should do that differently. Like, if you don't like the way I do things, and I've said this to him many times, then just leave me, please. That would relieve the burden of me having to have this conversation with you that I know I'm too weak to do, so I just sit in it day after day, like a robot. But it's eating away at the core of my soul. It really is. I honestly don't even know who I am anymore. I just never thought I would be in this position, and here I am. And with a child. So I have faith in myself that I will figure it out. What worries me is when. And will there be too much damage done to my son? I mean, there's no abuse in any shape or form, but him just modeling that behavior and me picking my battles and not fighting back about it because I don't want to fight in front of our kid. What message is that giving him? That women are property? That they're supposed to obey their husbands or whatever? No, that's bullshit. Each one of us should be independent. I trust him wholeheartedly. I don't give him a reason not to trust me. But yeah, like I said, he's just so insecure, and he's not even willing to look inward and realize some of the things he's doing are a little crazy. So, for example, our electric bill's due tomorrow, and I wanted to go pay it. And he made a big stink about me curling my hair 4 hours ago to go pay it. When in all reality, I was just curling it for the sake of curling it for the day. And so I still have yet to go pay it. And potentially our lights could go off tomorrow over $60. And his pride. And that's okay. Honestly, if I didn't have a son, let them go out. Let him see, what happens. But he won't be here. He'll be at work. And I'm the one who's going to have to look that little boy in the eyes and say something as to why we have no electric, if that was to happen. It's just, I'm just tired of being put in these positions. This isn't how our relationship or love is supposed to be. It's just not. And no matter how much journaling I do, no matter how much therapy I do, it helps for the moment, but deep down inside, that voice inside of me says, Sarah, you know what you have to do. And bottom line is, I'm just too weak to do it. Where will I go? My income alone isn't enough for what my son is accustomed to, and I don't mean that in like a superficial way, but geez, I mean, just for a studio apartment, first, last, security, I have a car payment, and I only work part-time, and my son's sports, I will not be able to keep up with all that on my own. So it's almost like, oh God, I'd rather chew my tongue off than say this, but I just want to be honest. I've gotten myself a little bit financially dependent here. And I hate myself for it. So, instead of picking a fight or just taking off and making orders, I'm just sitting in my bedroom where he's downstairs hanging out with the baby, totally content, because he knows exactly where I am. Doesn't care about the bills, doesn't care about there's not much food in the house to pack lunches. All he cares about is I'm in an eyesight of him. I'm so tired of feeling like somebody's property. I just want to be me. I want to do what makes me happy. I want to be able to leave or come and go just like he does. Like, what if I wanted to get up and go to the mall right now? I would have to let him know at least a day in advance. Or I'd have to go while the baby's in school. I just don't know what to do. And when you're in it, it feels so alone. I know there's other people out there that are in the same situation, but when you don't have friends, well, you do have friends that are in it, probably just more dysfunctional than I am. But you don't want to put your private business out there. But it makes for a very lonely time. And it makes me disappointed in myself. Like, how did you let this get so bad? I'm sorry. I just don't know what else to do right now. I was gonna journal in my journal, but I figured I might as well just do an actual video. God, I'm starving. I don't know. I just don't want this life anymore. He's a good father when it comes to all the fun stuff, video games, baseball, football. But as far as paying any attention to me, or, hey, how was your day? Or if I have something exciting to say, he can care less. He looks at the TV as I'm talking to him and says, I can hear you. It's just so demeaning. It makes me feel this big. And maybe the 2 girlfriends I have, the real ones, know what's going on. And all my other friends have to stay completely surface level. I'm not allowed to meet them for coffee. I'm not allowed to go anywhere with them. It has to be just a call once a month or text here and there. Otherwise, if it's a male, I'm sleeping with them, or if it's a female, they're a slut, or they're this, they're that, and he trusts me, but he just doesn't trust them. The same gaslighting techniques every man uses. And yet, I can see it when it's being done, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that when you hear it enough and you're alone, you do start to believe it. That, you know, well, if he sees me this way, maybe everybody sees me this way. And a lot of people don't even want to hang out with me because of the trouble. It's not worth the trouble. And I don't blame them. But it's just a very isolating life to live, I can tell you that. And there's not many options out there for women like me. This might sound crazy or sick or I don't know, but the only hope I'm holding on to is that when my son gets a little bit bigger, because he already kind of sees what's going on, he'll even make little comments like, why can't mom go here? Why can't she go there? You go there. And I don't say anything because I'm not ever going to talk bad about him, his father, to him. But I'm hoping one day he looks at me and says, Mom, why do you put up with this? And once I see that he gets it, I'm gone. But if it was up to me right now, I would pack a bag and go. I would have done it 3 years ago. But I made a commitment to this little boy. And this is his home, the only one he's ever known. This is the school district he's only ever known. And it's not like I have a mother or father to rely on. Excuse me. So it's not like I have a mom or dad to call and say, I need help. Can I come stay with you for a little while? Or, hey, can I borrow a couple dollars for a hotel room? No, I pretty much take care of my parents. So it's just me. And it's hard when it's just you.